How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, everybody? Nice to see everybody in the chat there. Popping in early. Thank you so much. Hopefully everybody had a good morning and everything. I did. I slept in, so that was good for me. Shouldn't have slept in so long, but anyway, hopefully you guys are doing good, hanging out there. Hopefully, who's doing the best? Anybody doing better than other people out there? Just kidding. Hey, Michael's in the house. How we doing, Michael? Alrighty. Then I gotta find a different opening or whatever. You do the opening and then have something else to talk about besides getting right into the news. What would be that sort of other thing I could do? Well, I could have a conversation with Mr. Bill here. But he's my illegal immigrant friend here, so he's just hanging out there and everything. He's protected, so in case those bad ICE guys come to get him or whatever, we can protect him. Oh, hey, Kate, what's going on here? The wreck, Edmund Fitzgerald. Okay, remind me later on if there's news on that or whatever. Something like, oh, you brought that up the other day or something like that. Is that? Oh, that's right, up by where you live or something over there. Okay. We'll look into that. Does anybody else live up in that area, in Michigan area or something like that remembers that happening or whatever? Anyway, you stay safe, okay, Mr. Bill? Okay, watch out for those bad ICE guys or whatever that give you your warrant before they take you away or things like that. People don't understand basics of law enforcement. Anyway. Hopefully we're doing good. Let's get into some crazy news. Start out in Portland here. Click the correct button here since I'm a boomer, right? K2. There we go. Sponsor. Yes, sponsoring Mr. Bill. I see what you're thinking. Are you thinking I need a sponsor? In what way do I need a sponsor? Is it like the AA kind of sponsor, or is it more like the Special Olympics type sponsor? What are you thinking there? Okay. Let's see. This is a video taken in Portland or whatever, probably northeast Portland, where things are kind of crazy out there. So, watch this again here. I'm going to slow this down for you. It went a little bit too fast on this sort of thing here. So we're going to slow this play speed down to 0.5. Try that there. Expand it and play it. See all these campers on the side of the road here? Yeah. Homeless, unless you call those homes or something like that, but garbage on the outside. Portland. Yeah, Portland's doing so much better. 60% increase in the past 2 years. They care about the homeless. They care about them so much that they kicked them out of the city and everything, so that the regular Portlandites don't think there's as big of a homeless problem up to the northeast side there, so they get a little fair share off the river. River's about half a mile to the right. Columbia River, by the way. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, find it. Edmund Fitzgerald. Okay, we'll try to get some news on that one there. Well, you're trying to pay me for covering news. Okay, well, I can be bought for a price. Evidently, $5 is my price. Yeah, there's your homeless problem there. So pretty in the lovely Portland area near Delta Park. Let's see what this guy has to say here.
That's it. Nothing really.
So you've only seen outreach workers out here once or twice, and we are in, I think, one of the largest encampments in Portland, Oregon, in North Portland.
It is.
Which is several blocks long.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And why don't they come out here often? Like, this is a perfect place to set up. Put a table right there, right?
Yeah, but Port of Portland will get onto you for that. I'm not even supposed to be right here.
Well, I don't think anybody is, technically.
Technically.
Anyway, that's Kevin Dahlgren's video there. This was kind of an interesting thing. We'll start off with some Washington D.C. news or whatever. J.D. Vance playing ball with some guys at Walter Reed, probably.
Demonstration. All right. Here we go. Okay. Really put him on the spot.
Really put me on the spot.
Sorry.
If I had dropped it, man, what a dipshit I would look like here. Yeah, somebody call the Secret Service.
Yeah.
This guy.
Demonstration.
All right. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh.
You know what the left would sometimes do or whatever if they didn't actually see the video there is that JD Vance just called the Secret Service on someone to go after that didn't deserve it, you know. Crazy. What did Dick Durbin? We kind of know the truth or whatever. I guess it's in the process of going to end the shutdown here, but what did Dick Durbin actually say here that was one of the ones that
many of my friends are unhappy. They think we should have kept our government closed indefinitely to protest the policies of the Trump administration. I share their opinions of this administration, but cannot accept a strategy which wages political battle at the expense of my neighbor's paycheck or the food for his children. Mr. President, I yield the floor.
Man, why didn't you do this like 40 days ago, Dick? Why didn't you do it 40 days ago? I can tell you likely why. Because Mr. Schumer knew that the optics were not looking good, and he decided to pick a few people that he thought would get it to the 60 people that didn't really believe in democracy, you know, but they believed in sort of their own paychecks. And they knew that if they didn't do what Schumer wanted, then they weren't going to get that special paychecks from certain institutions, big pharma, etc. In my opinion. I think there's a video of this, but I didn't want to look at Jasmine Crockett, but evidently she said that she demands all 50 states abolish certain voting machines because she fears President Trump and Republicans will rig the coming elections. Even though 4 years ago, I think she said that's totally impossible to rig these machines. It's totally impossible to do anything with those machines to make them work improperly. But evidently now it is possible because there's a different person there. Did they have different machines or something? Crazy. Here's Tommy last night, here toward the end of the night here, doing some crazy stuff on this little one-wheel thing. What are those one-wheel things called, guys? Do you know when they do these little one-wheelie things?
Holy shit!
I was watching the feed from the phone at that time there, not to see Cam was thinking about grabbing it, but he didn't quite grab it. You know, it's like you don't want to drop it at that speed. That's crazy.
Holy shit!
Probably harder to stop going downhill, I'm guessing. A gay unicycle. I don't know about that. Is it a gay unicycle they call those things? Well, true, there are a lot of people in Portland that use those, so maybe it is a gay unicycle. Anyway. You guys doing good in the chat there? You guys behaving yourself? Helmet fund? If he fell down, yeah. He said he was going 30 miles an hour for a little while. Wait, here's some of that degeneracy from yesterday. Weirdness and everything from yesterday. They were marching down from the park down there about 4 blocks away towards the ice building. Everybody thought they would sort of stay at the ice building and yell and scream at there for a little while, but they were only there for a few minutes barking at the ice facility. The people that identify as furries and these other things here. You'll see this person here on the left here. That's Alyssa Azar, the Antifa journalist right there that's not supposed to be participating in any protests, at least not in Clackamas County. Maybe she's allowed to in these other counties, as long as she's wearing normal attire, basically. She can sort of be wherever she wants to, as long as she's not in protest gear, you know, like, okay, here's my protest gear right here. Okay. For a normal protest gear, if I'm going to an event, this would be what I would wear, okay? Normal stuff, right? But at the left, when they have protest clothing, it looks a little bit different, you know. So odd that they have a different kind of protest attire. Anyway.
No Trump, no ICE, no fascist USA. No Trump, no ICE, no fascist USA. No Trump, no ICE, no fascist USA.
and the blah 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 blah.
No Trump, no ICE, no fascist USA.
Okay. But this is why we need mental institutions in Portland ASAP.
No Trump, no ICE. One more time, we are strong, we are proud, we are degenerates against fascism.
We are degenerates against fascism. You're just degen. That's all it is. Just degen. No special purpose or anything like that. Just degen. I saw this little post here, Pam Hemphill, Pam Tifa or something like that. Grand Tifa blocks me, then reposts me. Oh, interesting. What does it say here? Pam Hemphill. Miss Mary said something about Pam Hemphill fake playing coy after she most likely trolled everyone's accounts and read that they all said that they weren't going to give her another second of airtime. Poor crazy old lady went and made herself a sign that she was going to boycott MAGA live streamers. Then Pam said, after talking to a local police officer and learning a woman MAGA live streamer had made over $4,000 in one night off people's pain and their propaganda. Who is this? Anyway, I felt compelled to make a sign to encourage people to stop giving MAGA airtime. Explaining all we're doing is paying for their expenses to be there. And in return, MAGA gets a chance to have you look violent, lie about you, start fights with people. Nope, nobody starts fights on the right. Spread disinformation. What disinformation? Have you look insane and stupid. No, we don't have you look insane and stupid. You just look like that anyway. The only journalist who treated me well was Ocean Plot, who doesn't spin my interviews and reports me like a real journalist should. Man, I got called. Oh, Pam. Poor Pam. I should have went down there today to see if she's down there being silly. I didn't interview her, but I have a 30-second clip of her sort of saying that ICE agents don't deserve to breathe the air. So I'm not sure if I really want to interview somebody like that. This is another wild lady here from the same place there, that's attacked Cam Higbee here.
Stop filming children. You are children. Oh, don't.
As she literally acts like a child, hitting a camera in her face. This was Cam a couple weeks ago. He was just kind of pointing out that there's a child there at a protest where you guys are admittedly
filming children.
Admittedly,
You are children.
Violence.
Oh, don't. Get away from children.
You understand how silly these people are? Like, get away from stuff, children, and you're acting like a child.
Stop filming children. Okay, everybody just go back from that. Stop filming.
We heard you, crazy lady. Get away off my screen. You scared me. You scared me. This is an interesting conversation here between BCP and the Hispanic guy here. I don't know if he was telling BCP how he should behave or something like that. Let's check this out.
You did? You said you were a God person. I'm a God. I'm a. What'd you say? Do you pay tithes? Do you feed the hungry?
I do pay tithes. I do. Yeah. Okay.
Just being with them tells me you're full of shit, bro. Just being with them, that tells me you're full of shit, bro.
I'm with myself.
Being with them tells me you're full of shit.
I'm with myself.
Being with them.
Okay.
Being with them tells me you are full of shit. You are with them, bro. If you were Mexican,
I'm black.
If you were
Mexicans don't like black.
If you're Mexican,
Mexicans
I
don't
would
like
put
black
you in the
people.
category. I would say fuck you.
Mexicans don't like black people. Mexicans don't like black people. Mexicans don't like black people.
We love them. We love them. We just don't like you.
No, you don't like black people. No, Mexicans
we don't like your type.
What's my type? Please tell me.
Your type.
What's my type?
See what BCP's trying to do here. This guy keeps generalizing about him, that he's a conservative black guy or whatever. So he's going to generalize back at him that, all Mexicans hate black people, So if you're going to generalize about me, then I'm going to generalize about you.
Turn around. Turn your shit around. Another fucking portrait. Look at.
Bro, what did I do?
What's my type?
You're getting mad that I'm on public.
What's my
Hey, how we doing? Nice to see you guys. Maybe with more ease. Something like that. Hey, there's some wild people out here, you know. I'm not sure if this guy has a nickname yet, but I think somebody did give him a nickname the other day. I can't remember what it was.
type?
Sorry, bro.
I'm
You know who you're with, bro. You're with
What's
him,
my
bro.
type, man? What's my
White
type?
people. You're a fucking Uncle Tom, motherfucker. That's
I'm part white. What's wrong with that? You live in
Stand over there, then,
you
bro.
live in America? Are white people in America?
At least don't fucking act like you understand.
Are
this
white
shit.
people in America?
Don't act like you understand this shit because you don't, bro.
I don't?
No, you don't, bro.
Says who?
You're coming from this.
You're doing a lot of assuming,
Your
accusations.
mouth is saying it, bro.
You said what?
Your mouth is saying it, bro. Your mouth.
My mouth is saying it.
Yeah, your mouth is saying
Okay.
it, bro.
A lot of accusations.
Yeah.
A lot of. So you don't like white people?
Kermit, was he? I think maybe that was a nickname he had there. Possibly, yeah. I mean, it might be something like that. But I think another guy was Kermit, wasn't it? Anyway.
You're black, motherfucker.
I'm mixed. I'm white and black.
Hey, how we doing, Life Lord? Nice to see you there. Hopefully you're doing good. Thank you for that donation there. Wait, that means I have to make a song now because my goal was basically $10. Technically, the goal was a $2 things or whatever. But should I still make a song since there was two $5 donations? I should be really technical or whatever and say no, it doesn't count unless you do the other thing. But I don't know if I'll be that technical, but let's see what's going on here. Nice to see you, everybody. You Life Lore to follow if you're not already. Half you guys in here probably came from his chat anyway, I would imagine. But if you guys need a link to Life's Lore's channel, check him out over there. You know what? I'll do Life's Lore real quick. You don't have to be a mod, but what I'm going to do for you, just so right-wing streamers or whatever can sort of shout out their own channels on occasion. Let me do this. Yeah, Ye is in the house there. It wasn't a raid or anything like that, was it? I don't think it was. Let me do this. Add as moderator. Just a standard one. There we go. There, that way you guys can shout yourself out and I don't have to fiddle with trying to find your channel or anything like that. So that work for you.
I'm white.
How you doing that with that?
I'm white and
How
black.
you doing that with that?
What do you mean why?
Oh.
I'm mixed.
Oh.
Mulatto. Mixed breed. You know? Zebra. Oreo.
ECP, he does a good job with his videos nowadays. I'm too much of a boomer to how to figure out how to make these little side projects or whatever, you know, the before and afters of these short videos. I just put a short video out here and let you guys watch the video rather than having an intro to it or whatever, or an outro. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Here's what you were talking about. You're talking about the ODOT here, the situation here. Here's the report right here.
Way to fund the Oregon Department of Transportation and prevent hundreds of people.
Kotek just signed an emergency transportation bill into law.
The law will allow critical maintenance to Oregon's roads, bridges, and transportation agencies to continue for the next 2 years. This comes after months of back and forth between the Oregon State Legislature to find a way to fund the
I know this isn't Portland or D.C. It's Salem, but you get the idea.
Oregon Department of Transportation and prevent hundreds of people from being laid off. The law fills a $300 million funding gap and will prevent further disruptions to public transit services. The average Oregon driver will pay about $66 more each year in gas taxes and registrations to fund the bill. In a statement, Governor Kotek said, quote, "I am grateful to the legislature for stepping up to keep our state moving alongside a broad coalition of cities, counties, workers, truckers, businesses, and the AAA.
Democrats make people pay more taxes when they can't handle the money that they already have. It's just ridiculous. I'm like, they gave us a stimulus, a year or two ago, something like that, and then they didn't need to at the time. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, what I'm going to do, K2, next time? It's a weird
Some news out of the
place to stop. Is it next time I'm out there or whatever? I won't raid you or anything like that, but I'm going to tell my audience to temporarily go sub to you or something like that. You know, since you don't want to be sub to, this K2 guy here, he's a good chatter and does different things out there, but I'm going to tell everybody to go sub to you real quick or whatever, make you monetizable. Okay. You know, there'll be like 400 or 500 people subbing to you, hopefully something like that. So that just because you don't want to be sub to, that's why I'm going to send the biggest sub raid to you. That's what's going to happen. Tax Mr. Don't tax me. Tax is theft. What happened here in DC here? This Overton, I don't know what this one was, but check it out.
It was worth it to put up this, a vote on the extending the tax credits. It does not guarantee that it's going to happen. So how do you explain, though, to your constituents why it was worth it to put up this fight for so long when in the end you did not get your key demand?
Because it wasn't working. How long would it take?
What is this mansplaining here, guys? Is this mansplaining? You've got 4 women, Democrat senators, that also voted for this. There was a woman up to bat there, taking the other question there. 2 women right there ready to answer questions. They probably all agree on the same thing. Is this guy coming up here there to mansplain the answer here?
It was worth it to put up this fight for so long when in the end you did not get your key demand.
Because it wasn't working. How long would it take to not get a response to say it isn't working? In other words, it's been 6 weeks. There's been the Republicans made it clear they weren't going to discuss the health care issue, the Affordable Care Act tax credits until the shutdown.
And you'll notice most of those senators were in the states that they may not win their next election, kind of thing, so purpley states in a lot of cases, except for Durbin, wherever Durbin's from, Illinois, I think, unless Illinois is crackable or whatever, but he's the only one that I could see that was in a safe state. The rest of them were Pennsylvania, Nevada, Maine, even, those kind of states.
Down was over. We tried to keep working that for 6 weeks.
Yeah. Well, what are you making for dinner? Sorry. Good luck.
It didn't happen. The vote that we have, there's not a guarantee for sure. It's more of a guarantee. Here's the way I would put it. As I assessed it, there was 0 chance of dealing with the ACA issue as long as the shutdown continued. Now, I don't know, 50-50, but there's a lot better chance now than there was this morning because nothing was happening and there was.
How do they in Portland or whatever, I-205, the way they tax you by somehow tracking your address or something? How do they do the tolls these days? Is there a actual toll spot where you have to put in your change or something like that, or do they do it with technology or something like that? K2.
No evidence that another week or another 2 weeks or Thanksgiving or Christmas was suddenly the Republicans were to come to us and say, oh, we want to now talk about the ACA. If they weren't going to do it by now, what's going to change in the next 2 weeks that's going to make them do it? And that was really.
Okay, he came up there to evidently mansplain, but he sounded like Kamala Harris, right? I did nothing he said made sense, right? So that was like, I'm going to mansplain and take over these women's jobs here, but I'm going to sound like the most unqualified president of all times. Okay, that makes sense.
The assessment. I would say, right, as of this morning, there was a 0 chance of having a work on the ACA. Now there's a measurable chance.
A measurable chance. So I keep switching between national news and local news. One of these days I'll get around to being more segmented or something like that. But let's see what happened here last night. BC preacher Hayden Swank had a discussion with somebody. Okay, a physical discussion. That was a physical discussion. I'm sorry. The doctors getting violent? I thought doctors were supposed to be nice to people and de-escalate and keep things relatively peaceful and things like that. So want to make a toast?
Carson's smiling.
I figured it was something like that, Snow Dog. I figured it was. I think they do that same thing in Oregon here, don't they? Or that 205 plan, if that's going to go into effect. I'm not sure if that's still in the courts or not, but I don't drive 205 as much as I used to. It's like, let me. Are you in pain? Let me try to fix you. I don't know what's going on here. Was that Doctors Against the First Amendment? The guy trying to block the guy's camera there? What the heck? Yeah, it's costing.
It's like so sad. Why is my people crying?
The sign was put in our face. It touched him multiple times. You guys hated us.
It says a lot that you pick on the only Jewish person here. It says a lot.
I don't think he was picking on him because of his faith, picking on him because of something he did, it sounds like. I didn't see that one very well. Anyway, there's Kelly. How you doing, Kelly, over there? Nice to see you over there, Kelly. I might in the Twitter over there, but if you want to pop in over here on YouTube or whatever, only Mr. Bill on YouTube, you can if you want to. I don't mind staying over there on Twitter, but the thing is with Twitter, it keeps trying to trick me or whatever. It makes it look like I have 46 total viewers, but like 22 Twitter viewers. But I'm sure you're like one of the only ones actually viewing it currently. But anyway, if you want to pop in over on YouTube or whatever, you can. You think Costin and Danny did a good job handling themselves? BCP's feed didn't have the whole thing, at least that particular video that Miss Mary clipped out. Let's see, what was this on Pam? What was Pam talking about in this video here? Right in the middle of, this is just after that video. Interesting. Let's see what happened here.
2 nights ago. Why? What, do you think I'm MAGA? Is that why?
No, because you knocked down a guy in a backpack last night. I saw it.
It was 2 nights ago, actually. He wasn't even here last night. 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago. That's fine. We have him on video rushing people and putting his hand on somebody. She wasn't here last night. She lied. It's true.
Get out of here. Mom, we don't
Go where? I'm in a public space.
Oh.
I have just as much right to be on this sidewalk as everyone else here. So do you guys. That's literally why you're here every night. Every night.
They just like all she does is try to twist everything out there and everything. It's like, no, we have a right to be on the sidewalk. Of course you do. You don't have a right to block the sidewalk, obviously, but that's, and then they think that they do it at certain times. It's just, like the rules change depending on where they're at. It's just crazy. Like, no, the rule is this now, but tomorrow the new rule that we have is this. Yeah. Whatever suits them, rather than suits the law or common sense. Wild.
You guys are here doing the same shit.
I can't sign.
Someone was also protesting against your protest. What's the difference? What's the difference? Jeez, dude.
It's only the pandemic when it suits them. That's why you'll see that there's that Hispanic guy earlier that was wearing a mask. It was pandemic time when he put it on, but it was not pandemic time when he took it off. So it changes really quick when there's a pandemic or a sickness that's out there. It depends on, when the mask goes on or the mask goes off. So you gotta keep track of this. When they put the mask on, then it's danger time. When it comes off, then it's okay to be within 6 feet. Okay, gotta pay attention to these rules here, guys. Okay, who's goofy in your opinion, Life Lord? The Danny or something like that, or somebody else? Or are you calling Pam Tifa a guy?
The hypocrisy of the left is insane. Insane.
My
I mean, I'm not a big fan of their America First, Fuentes type stuff, of course, there. But I do like the fact I like them as streamers better than I like Tommy as a streamer, out there, They'll usually just kind of show you what's in front of their camera, make the occasional opinion out there, among those things there. You got rewinded. Oh, you're looking at something else. Oh, okay. Oh, the Hispanic guy or something. But yeah. Anyway, let's see what else we got going on over here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for chatting. And I'm not gonna grift. Remember, I'm the non-grifter here. Life's Lore, he was doing a little bit of grifting the other night or whatever, doing his thing. That's okay to grift if you want to, but I'm not grifting. I'm just educating. Okay, there's the buttons down here. I can't tell exactly where the buttons are. I could try to do this here. It's always a little bit of a delay though when I do this. I make myself full screen and wait for the thing to catch up here. See if I can do it now. So now, if you're looking on the computer. Wait for it. This is too annoying to do it this way here. It's easier when I just use StreamYard. But anyway, over here, I'm moving my finger the right way. Like button is right over there. Like and dislike button. Oops, nope, right there. I'm just going to use StreamYard. I don't care. Like buttons are over here. Subscribe button's over here somewhere. And notification bell, I believe, is over here, somewhere in there. Anyway, click the proper buttons there. Okay, guys? Yeah, the America First type guys with the blue hats, yeah. Okay. We'll get back into this. And there's also super chat buttons or something like that that's Jeffy and K2 found earlier. Thank you, guys. Oh, wait, no. Jeffy didn't find it today. He found it the other day just fine, so he doesn't need to find it again. But K2 found it, and Life's Lore found where the super chat button was. Just in case you guys want to know where the super chat button is, they can tell you. What did this person say here? Oh, this is what's going on. I think this is a smart lady here.
We, supposedly. I think I finally figured out our government. I think I've got this figured out. They we, supposedly, elect a president that can hold 2 terms. That's a total of 8 years. Okay?
Not a reverse grift. Educational grift. I mean, educational information. Sorry. I meant to say educational information. Not educational grift. Different thing.
We've got Congress that have been in office for decades. But anything that goes wrong in this nation, we blame it on the guy who only had 8 years. Some only have 4. And we just pretend that Congress had absolutely nothing to do with anything that was going on in our economy. Why do we always blame the guy that has only been there for 4 to 8 years instead of the people who have been petrified in their congressional seats? These people are the ones.
Hey, Life's Lore. There we go. Make sure you put your channel in the chat. I heard you say you might be heading to Portland or whatever this week or something like that this weekend. Yes or no? Or are you still debating on that? Yeah, I always use supporting all the channels out there. Me too, or whatever. I usually hang out in the panel verse with crazy guys like this guy over here, but it's okay. Over there, circus music. I don't know what circus music you're talking about. Portland's gay. I'd say 20% of it is, but anyway. Yeah, let me know if you're heading over there, or feel free to shout out your channel later. He does some restreams at night, and I think he do little news clips or something like that too sometimes. But anyway, he'll probably try to do some live stream if he comes to Portland. Go Friday through Sunday. Hotel is booked. You were talking about that. It's like, make sure you don't go to the hotel that you talked about last night. I don't think it would technically be a problem or whatever, as long as you're kept your stuff nearby or something like that.
Running this nation, make no mistake about it. It has nothing to do with the president. The only reason they're fighting Donald Trump is because he's the only one that has stood up and tried to fight for we the people. They have no intentions of letting their cash cows free. Who are the cash cows? That would be us.
She's not happy. And eat meat, guys. Eat meat. Yay is back. Okay, Yay. Everybody was wondering, at least I was, what did you feed the kids? Was it? I'm guessing it was one of these things. I mean, it depends on the age of the kids. Mac and cheese, if they're young kids, probably. Mac and cheese, tuna fish sandwiches, spaghetti if they're a little older kids. Probably one of those three things. Which one was it? Or meatloaf maybe. I don't know. I'm not just saying that because I'm hungry. Oh, okay. Doggone it. I forgot about that one. That was my fifth choice. I haven't heard this one yet. What's she say here?
I love God. I love my... You know what? I don't care anymore. I don't. I love God. I love my family. And I love America. I'm a conservative. I believe that life begins at conception. I'm against abortion. I believe there are two genders. That's what I believe, okay? And for so long, I have not, said my beliefs or my opinions on social media because every time I do, I delete the video so...
Oh, guys, I just had an idea here for the people that are live slurs. People are fans of restreamers or something like that. The song I'll do or whatever will be about restreamers like live slur or whatever. I won't write all the words. I'll just kind of give the sentiment. So if you guys want to help my brain or whatever, come up with a song about live slur in the chat or something like that, and we'll play that song. Feel free to donate. I'm not telling you that you have to donate, but if you want to sort of enhance my creativity or whatever, you can still donate. There's a super chat button at the bottom of the chat there.
Fast because of the amount of hate I get. I've gotten death threats. I've had stalkers. I've had people just commenting on my looks and who I am and my family, and it's like, for what? Like, you went out of your way for what to do that? And so I'd get filled with so much fear, and I'd have anxiety attacks and so much just being anxious because, I don't want to post my beliefs if people are going to be that mean, But I'm at the point where I just don't care. If you have to go out of your way to do that, cool, good for you. But if I see something I don't like or don't agree with, I keep scrolling or I block you. We may not agree on the same things, but we can have respect. I don't care what political party you are, what religious beliefs you are. I will love on you, I will be kind to you, and I will respect you. I may not agree with you, but I will respect you. So this is me, standing on my truth.
Good point. Good way to say it, young lady. Standing on the truth. Too many people don't. They think there's my truth, this other person's truth, this truth, that truth. No, there's only, the truth, but you can have your sort of take on the truth or something like that. But usually only one truth about certain things, Spider Mike or something like that. I don't know what he was doing, but I can't even look at him. I 5 seconds. I can't even stand to look at him. Here's Peter Jennings here. Not Peter, whatever's Scott Jennings. Is he related to Peter Jennings?
Oh, I'm sure Democrats will be.
How are Republicans going to use leverage in their fight with Democrats when the Democrats are actually the ones with the upper hand in the eyes of voters?
Oh, I'm sure Democrats will be more than happy to open the government now. The election's over. I mean, part of the reason they shut it down was to get through tonight.
I would suspect they'll be glad to open it up by the end of the week. Adam Schiff, he was like, hold the line. AOC,
there's lots of rumors of people wanting to open it.
Look, I don't see what is the incentive for Democrats to back down when voters are basically saying Trump's not doing enough, it's the Republicans' fault, and then they basically handed the keys in this past election to the Democrats. Where's the leverage?
Again, these are blue states electing Democrats, not a shock. Democrats clearly wanted this shutdown to get through Election Day. I do think they are facing pressure from their internal coalitions. The unions, the air traffic controllers, the government employee unions are desperate to get the government back open. They're feeling a little bit of internal heat. But again, the election's now over. I'm sure tomorrow morning phones will start ringing and it'll be open soon enough. This was a political shutdown, and that's what they did, and now we're through the election.
I'm trying to write this song here a little bit here. I got the first idea out there so far. Let's see what else is going on here. You guys want to hear what this genius had to say? I don't really. Oh, wait. Let's see what he. Sometimes there's a purpose. That was too loud. Sorry. I'm giving them some tissues. Yeah, they need some tissues. they do like to cry and let out their emotions. Usually when people on the right or whatever, something bad happens to them, Trump doesn't win or some bill doesn't get passed or whatever. It's like, doggone it, try harder, Republicans, or something like that. But we don't act like this. Like I'm trying to wait for a troll to come in and say, "What about J6? What about J6?" What was this Bubble Lady here? That's her name right now. So I don't know. She has another nickname, but Bubble Lady, we'll call her. Oh, is this Ocean Plot? Oh, Cam Higby was talking to this lady here. Let's watch some of this for a little while.
Well, first off, not all murder is created equal.
Should murderers go to jail or no?
If we're talking about somebody actually, responsible for an actual murder,
Yeah.
I think we need something better than jail.
Like
How many
what?
murderers have gone to jail and then come back out and murdered somebody else?
I don't know, but what's the alternative? What's the alternative?
I think you should look to your history books for that.
No, just tell
We
me.
went through millennia of existence without the modern prison system.
What do we do? Kill them?
No.
Then what do we do with them?
Restorative justice systems like we used to.
Like what? But what's the solution?
I'm not giving you an answer.
What did we do before we had jails, guys? What did we do for people who unalived other people, guys? In Western type societies, this isn't rocket scientists. What happened to people that we found that unalived someone? And we usually had a kind of a quick trial or whatever. There might have been a judge or a magistrate or something like that. Before we had a place to lock them up for their life or whatever. What would happen to them at those points there? Or in the West, when there wasn't enough space in the jail cells, what would make sense? This is kind of pretty obvious, what they did. She doesn't want to admit it. Maybe she knows and she doesn't want to admit what would happen to somebody who was found to have unalived someone. What would happen to them? She doesn't want to admit there's a thing called a penalty that would have happened there, a certain kind of penalty that starts the D word.
Entire criminal justice lesson.
Just tell me, if you don't send them to jail, where do you send them?
Huh?
You don't send them to jail, where do you send them?
Jail sort of rhymes with hell, doesn't it? Almost.
Where do you send them? Why do we need to specifically send them somewhere?
Well, they shouldn't be on the streets after they've murdered somebody, surely.
Depends.
No, murderers shouldn't be on the street. It doesn't depend at all.
I think it depends.
I don't think it depends at all. If you kill somebody, you should be in jail. It's not self-defense.
I think I might be too radical for you to be talking to.
So you disagree with that premise?
What?
That murderers should not be on the streets?
That murderers are on the streets right now.
But do you think we should make so they're not on the streets?
No. I believe in restorative justice.
Let them walk free.
Punitive justice does not do anything.
Let them
to
walk
protect
free.
our communities.
Let them walk free then.
I don't say that there shouldn't be any consequences, but I don't think that incarceration is the right one.
But let them walk free. Let them walk free.
With restrictions, but yeah. They don't need
murderers walk free.
Huh?
Murderers walk free, yeah.
Like they do now, yeah. Murderers walk free every day. Did you know in the
absolutely
United States
insane.
you have 50% chance of getting away with your first murder?
I don't care. My premise is that murderers should go to jail. They should be removed from the streets. You disagree with that?
My premise is that our current way of handling murderers and our punitive justice system does not work.
Because you think you don't agree with sending them to jail?
Well, okay, do you know what caused the most violent crime?
What has the most violent crime?
What caused the most violent crime?
I don't care. What is it?
Poverty.
That is not true.
It is true. If you go and you look at the statistics and the data from
so then why is it that the black community committed less crime under Jim Crow when they were poorer than they do now when they have more money? Why is that the case?
Same reason why
She's kind of hurting I'm trying to do something else on the side, but just kind of having her in the background of my mind or whatever is like hurting my head. It's kind of weird. Not focusing on what she's saying because I'm trying to make this song here, but it's hurting my head a little bit. We'll try 30 more seconds.
Illegal immigrants are have the lowest crime rates in the United States.
That's not true. They disproportionately commit crime.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Look at El Paso. Look at Kinney County, Texas. No, you haven't. In Kinney County, Texas, there are more crimes committed by illegal immigrants than there are people living in the county. In El Paso, it accounts for about half of all crime. Extremely disproportionate.
You got two places in Texas. got
Right.
any more than that?
Hey,
What
yeah.
about the entire country?
Virtually every yeah, you can't do every state in the country. You know why? Because if you had done any research into the criminality of illegal immigrants, you would know that there is only one state in this entire country that sorts crime data based on immigration status. What state is it? It's Texas.
Boom. Anyway, if we might come back to that if you want to hear more of that craziness. So I won't eliminate that bookmark yet. Rob Schneider here. He's a funny guy, you know. Let's all be grateful to find men and women of the TSA who are all unpaid workers but love their country and are still working. You cannot accept monies from passengers, but they can accept gift cards for food, gas, coffee, and donuts. Please show your love with cards. Oh, that's interesting. Good information to know there. Yeah. If you guys want to help out your local TSA agents, hopefully the ones that don't do too much of a strip search on you, you know, then give them a gift card or something to Starbucks, I guess. I don't know. Oh, here. This is a while ago. No, this is at the Commanders game here. That's cool. He always has a kid up front there. Look at this Secret Service agent. It's like, are you sure you want to do this? This kid looks dangerous. Here, I haven't searched him yet.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Have a good time, everybody.
That was nice of him. I didn't see that part of it. They're still doing good in the chat here. You guys are going to want to stay here for this song here. It's a great song here. Life's Lord is going to be in it here. I think we'll see. I haven't even heard the song yet, but you guys are going to want to hear the song. I haven't put the kind of music I want to it yet, though. Is this General Flynn here? Let's see. Not that one. This one here. He was out there doing something there. Let's see what Flynn was up to. Okay. Yeah. What song is the tune to? What song is the tune to? Who's going to be the first one to tell me the song that they're hearing?
And look who it is, Tony. It is our Grand Marshal for this year's parade. Here he is.
There he is.
Lieutenant General Michael T. Flynn, United States Army retired. General Flynn is a decorated combat veteran, lifelong patriot, defender of freedom, and he has gone courage, leadership, and the unbreakable spirit of the American soldier. Let's give our American generals the welcome he deserves. And coming up is our SpartanSword.org with the Danny Matul.
Where was this anyway? America's General is hitting the stride in Sears Veterans Day Parade. Doesn't say what city that was in. I'm curious. What do you guys say about that? God bless America. I think that's what it was, yes. Or was it from the mountains to the prairie? Anyway. No. This was before the shutdown ended. Pocahontas is coming off of her plane here, or Elizabeth Warren. Anyway, you get the idea of this, using private planes when everybody else couldn't even get on their regular commercial flight. But yeah, her using a private plane, it's fine, you know. Democrats that support her are crazy. This is the other day. Make sure you follow Katie Davis Court out there. She does great reporting on what's going on out there. She took this little video clip here. And looking to see if I see any doctors that I know out there. Like, so far, no. Craziness out there. Crazy behavior. Okay, we're getting through this. Hold on. Oh.
He is in for a Lions touchdown.
He spotted, I'm guessing what he's doing here is spotting where Trump is likely or whatever, because somebody told him earlier about where Trump is stationed. Do the Trump dance.
Touchdown. Just like you.
He was at least saluting or whatever. I'm not sure if that was just because his team is called the Commanders, or because Trump was out.
I love the ratings. You got to have ratings. Well, you guys have the ratings too.
Oh, because it was on Fox. There we go. I was wondering why he went on that station, but it was Fox. That's why he went on. Even though he doesn't really like Fox News as much as he used to, but at least he likes those guys there. Here's Kevin Dahlgren talking about some situation in Portland here, Union Station.
Oftentimes, I'm standing in front of Union Station, Portland, Oregon. Behind me is an ambulance that just picked up a guy who is overdosing. The homeless oftentimes will spend a lot of time indoors there because it's air conditioned, it's an open space. There's really no other place to go. The problem is it's almost always filled with homeless, and it feels like a homeless shelter, which I have to think possibly deters people from wanting to visit the city who come here by train. And this is just the reality.
Isn't it also the Greyhound station?
Of travel to Portland. Overdoses are very common in common areas where other people utilize a lot that aren't homeless shelters. Probably what deters a lot of people from, say, visiting cities like Portland, because they had a negative encounter, because maybe they came here by train, they witnessed this overdose, or maybe they came by train and dealt with someone who was symptomatic and did not feel necessarily safe. But that is the nature of a large city. Of course, I personally believe if our local government kind of better about coordinating things, we could have ended this homeless crisis, this addiction crisis, this mental health crisis decades ago.
He's right. Yeah, again, that was Kevin Dahlgren on Twitter. Andy No had a little something here. What was he? The BC preacher. Oh, this is at that event here, the degenerate event or whatever you want to call it here. You always want to see the degen event here. You degeners.
For the immigrants, but I didn't say nothing. And I think we all know the rest of that poem. Yeah. We all know the rest of that poem. The reason you don't hear a whole lot of stories.
You hear Tommy Boy in the background kind of teasing things or something like that, but look at all these masks and everything that people are they afraid to show their faces, or they actually think that they're a dog or something like that? I don't know.
About trans people coming out of the concentration camps is because we did not come out of them.
Thanks, Jeffy. I try to keep things kind of chill or relaxed. Of course, I could sort of be really annoying and play like a really loud song right now, but since I'm chill and relaxed, I won't play a really loud song right now. Just kidding.
They eliminated us with prejudice. We can't let that happen again. I'm a trans woman that grew up in Texas as an atheist. I've been attacked by serial killers.
Everybody, my rule is that all streamers have to have a troll mod. Okay, K2 is my official troll mod there, so that's why he gets a little bit of leeway to say silly things. You know, he's the official troll mod of the Mr. Bill channel.
Attacked by serial rapists, and I fought them back. Just like any other person that assaults me will get a punch in the lip.
Yeah, and she's a woman.
Just like that crazy bitch that was swinging a metal pole in front of my face. Now,
I don't remember what they're talking about on that one.
there is some important safety information. If you do not have the number for the National Lawyers Guild, I highly recommend writing it on your arm. Because they will.
I need to skip over that part there. I don't care about the phone number nonsense.
There's an easy way to remember that. It's 971-7. Everyone here's a 10, and they can only hold you for 72 hours. Well,
unless they charge you, you idiot.
always remember, when the shit starts going down, if you have to get away from the gas, walk. Don't run. Otherwise, you might trample some of your comrades.
Don't run, don't run. Blah, 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 blah. Crazy people out there. What's going on here? Here's something going on in D.C. the other day. This person here looks like a kind of a violent-looking person. Let's see what they had to say here.
Then America has failed. It's time to remove the regime. We have to remove him from power. There's one way to do this. It's not violent. If it's violence, if violence is the way, then America has failed. The way we take him out of power is the people that are sitting in those offices on Capitol Hill look at what's going on to the people in this country and say enough is enough, and they push forth articles of impeachment. They support it. They vote for it. Everyone should be signing it. If they get enough to pass it and send it to the Senate and convict him and remove him.
What is happening to just because things are happening to the people in the country does not mean it's Trump's fault. If he was a dictator, then yes, but since he's not a dictator that has direct control over the lives of everybody out there and his direct policies, these people.
On 11/20, we are starting a 3-day remove from regime rally here in Washington, D.C. And when I say remove the regime, I mean we are going to come with big numbers, and we are going to go up onto Capitol Hill, and we're going to make our voices heard. We did it on 9/2, and that's going to be nothing compared to what we got planned. We are going to peaceably go into these offices and demand that they...
So you mean that the dictator is going to let you go into the Capitol and peacefully share your information? Okay, that's what the dictator in chief is going to do, right? If he was against you doing this, guess what he would likely do is station National Guard troops outside the Capitol. But guess what? He's not going to do that. You silly person.
Support articles of impeachment, that they release the Epstein files and stop hiding the pedophiles. On 11/21, we will have a veterans rally. You're going to see veterans coming here, standing in the streets and saying, enough's enough. This isn't what we signed up for when we swore an oath to the Constitution. And those that swore the oath need to start honoring it. And then the following day is when it all goes crazy, peaceably. If you want to call us terrorists, Miller, Trump, Mike Johnson, fuck you motherfuckers. I fucking...
When you use language like this, it just proves how violent your behavior is going to be. So what's going to happen on the 20th or the night of the 20th? They'll do all this day stuff or whatever, go to the Capitol and say and yell their chants, impeach Trump now, or something like that. Will they bring any of this evidence they speak of or anything like that? No. Besides, the ICE agents or whatever doing their job and things like that, out of context videos like that. And then at night, what's going to happen? Their Antifa buddies are going to try to destroy that part of Washington, D.C. and put graffiti everywhere that says FDT or whatever. That's what's going to happen. My guess is Trump will have the National Guard ready outside the city to stop that kind of stuff.
Went to fucking war, and I am not a fucking terrorist to do it right along with me in the street, because we're gonna slow these motherfuckers down. If they don't got the balls enough to impeach them, we will take their job, and we will do it for them with the...
You will take their job.
Next crew that we bring in. The people want progressive Democrats with balls enough to stand up who will sign on for articles of impeachment on day one when they get elected. So if they don't do their job before that, we will replace them with progressive Democrats who will do the job. And we're bringing a bunch of them in. I'm coming back to D.C. and we're...
This guy is just, I can't even stand how stupid his comments are. Like, he keeps saying we the people, but then progressive Democrats will come in and do that. Not sort of patriotic American and things like that, but progressive Democrats. So only my people can do the right thing, not other people that are against Trump. Only progressive Democrats. Trying to get to the end of here. I haven't seen it. Here's some boos out there, but here's some yays also. And this was in DC too, wasn't it? There's a lot of yays. I'm hearing a lot of yays and cheers and things like that too. But problem is the boo kind of sound, boo, is a lower pitch sound and everything that kind of gets amplified a little bit more through the speakers that are out there. That's why you're hearing that the yay sounds kind of get drowned out by the ooh sounds. Foreign and domestic. Not sure what he was reading there, but sounded good. Yeah, oh, it was in D.C. out there. Okay, I was wondering where that was. Maryland. Okay, yeah. I guess the new stadium was supposedly whatever he wants it to be named after him or something like that. I'm not sure if that was facts or not, but I heard something about that anyway. We're getting through some of this crazy news here.
Short trip for the President of the United States, who is scheduled to join us.
Mike Johnson there too. I think we already saw this one.
Signs. Nice. Look at this. Now that is interesting.
Oh, they're organized at least. Wow. But yeah, there's no NGOs or anything like that that help pay for all these things. No, it's all, it starts right away or whatever.
They have organized signs by topic. Who printed all the signs out?
How much money? Well, I send them off to be printed.
You do it?
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Who funds it?
I do.
Oh, you do? Nice. Out of pocket?
My retirement.
Is it expensive?
It's a,
She's having a conversation and you're about to block the conversation. What the thing is, she's helping your side here by saying that she paid for it. Cam is under the assumption that somebody else paid for it. But if you let her have this conversation saying that she paid for it, then it blows Cam's narrative. But instead, you're hiding the truth that she paid for it. Are you okay?
Oh no, I'm threatening her with words. We got pre.
Just like they can't use their optics are just so ridiculous. Some people on the right have bad optics, but that was very bad optics. What was going on here? Ford Fisher here the other day. He doesn't like his YouTube videos to be rewatched or whatever without giving him credit. So anyway, this is Ford Fisher. And puts his name all over it there. Did they get a few little pepper balls on this one?
The roadway, you fucking piece of shit. I've literally had fucking spicier breakfast burritos than your shit.
Same person as in that video, right?
Is that all that you got? How's it feel for all your traditions to be able to be defeated by a fucking umbrella? A little bit of rain.
See across the street over here, stormtrooper head. Does he identify as a stormtrooper from Star Wars? Yeah, BCP over here.
Hey, thank you. My sinuses were a little locked up. That shit works better than Sudafed. Like, seriously. You know what this shit is?
Oh, Honey Badger Mom over there too. Oh, Camp Higbee right there as well. BCP moved over there. Yeah. And here they are filming them as they go away. Like, get all their license plates, even though I'm sure all of them have been filmed by now. Like, I want to be the first one to capture somebody's license plates, even though it's all over blue sky and everything. Wild, crazy people. Are we done? Are we done? Except for finishing off this video here. Yeah, so check your brain. Make sure your brain's ready for this.
You've never looked into it. You would know that every study about criminality of illegal immigrants is based out of the Texas Department of Public Safety.
I have looked into it.
You haven't, or you would know that. This is like criminality of illegal immigrants 101. It's the first thing you learn when you start looking into this. There's only one state that tracks the data. Texas.
Oh, I see your issue. You only look at the first thing they tell you. You don't look deeper.
No, I've looked at every study. I've looked at studies that support your claim. I've looked at studies that support my claim, and I've looked at the raw Texas Department of Public Safety data.
I grew up on MAGA. Both my parents are
You haven't
MAGA
looked into it. You haven't looked into it.
I have.
You haven't.
I have.
You haven't. You think that murderers should walk free?
I think murderers should be dealt with in an actual just and humane way that protects
Like
our
letting them walk free. Like letting them walk
not
free.
imprisoning them.
Okay, then what's the alternative that would protect the people?
Restorative justice programs.
What is that?
Okay, we need programs that help end poverty, to bring people out of poverty so people don't feel the need
But when
to
somebody
buy
commits murder, what do you do about that? The majority of murders are committed out of the heat of passion, not because of poverty. Okay? So the majority of murders happen because you're mad at somebody, not
You wanna
poverty.
talk about, yes. Most of those heats of passion, though, also have triggers.
Okay, so what do you do with them after they killed somebody? You don't send them to jail. What do you do with them?
Well, first, you figure out why they did it.
No. First, you do something with them, so they're not in the streets killing more people. What do you do with them?
First, you talk to them.
No. You have to take them somewhere. They can't be on the streets after they've killed somebody. What do you do with them?
You're making the assertion that they have to be taken off the streets.
Yes. Murderers, yes, have to be taken off the streets, yeah.
Really, because I see all of the time murderers just sitting in their homes, sitting on the sidewalk.
They should be sent to jail. They shouldn't be on the streets.
Having these conversations with officers. They don't need to go to a prison to have this
They
conversation.
need to go to a jail until they can be tried.
What kind of a mental breakdown is she having here? I mean, is it making sense to you guys? Does anything she said make sense?
Because they can't be on the streets after they've killed somebody. It's dangerous.
Oh my God.
There's lots of people that are on the streets that are dangerous.
Okay, so you're defending murderers. Let's get that straight. You're defending murderers right now.
Who killed other people are, like, by definition, the most dangerous people in society.
He doesn't think they should go to jail, murderers.
I personally think that the most dangerous thing in society will always be our government. That was what I was raised to believe, and I will never stop.
That is ridiculous. That is redonkulous.
You don't think that the government will always be the most dangerous thing in
I think
society?
you are out of your mind.
She does have a potential point there. She said government is. I would say government can be, depending on who's kind of running it, things like that, be dangerous to society. Maybe not the most dangerous, but she didn't phrase it correctly or whatever. So that's probably what Cam's pointing at that point there. But anyway, I'm gonna give you guys a song here. I get a raid ready here, just in case there's somebody out there to raid in a second here. But we're gonna listen to a song about restreamers and live streamers, okay? And the difference between restreamers and live streamers here. And it might put Life Floor in this here. So Life Floor, if you're still in the chat, be ready to listen to the song here. If you're I wrote it myself, okay? But anyway, I'm going to check and see on something else here first here. Double checking to see if, I don't know if you're going to go live or whatever, get yourself ready and I'll raid you. But if not, I'll find somebody else to send a raid to. Usually we have panels discussion or something like that. Oh, Pretend Media is out there. I'm not a big fan, but at least somebody's out there doing something anyway. Stormtrooper. Nobody else really that I care to raid at that point there, so it'd probably be one of those guys. Okay, let's play the song here. Let's have a different picture on the screen, though. Not me on the screen. I need to have a different picture on the screen here. Should we put Trump on the screen or something like that? Let's do a quick little we'll check and see what's else in the news. Those two guys on the screen. I'm trying to see something interesting and normal to put on the screen. We'll put Haley on the screen here. She's a normal person.
Facility.
There we go.
And they are here.
There we go. She's closing her mouth there. That's a good one there. We'll watch that video last, and then we will play the song here. I have two versions. Let's try the first version here.
Screens glow in the dark shadows on the wall. Voices crackle, truths rise and then they fall. Rocks in the street, screams in the air. Safe behind the glass, does anyone care? Brave and bolder, some stand in the fire. Others sit back, feet in the wire. Brave and bolder, one hand in the stream, the other in the fight, chasing the dream. Trolls toss their stones, faceless and sly, while the boots on the ground taste smoke in the sky. Low walks the line, straddles the edge, streaming the chaos, making his pledge. One step forward, no retreat. Brave and bolder, some stand in the fire. Others sit back, feet in the wire. Brave and bolder, one hand in the stream, the other in the fight, chasing the dream. Marching boots pound. Who speaks the truth when the lies surround? They'll throw their rocks, you'll take the heat, but justice never comes from a safe seat. Brave and bolder, some stand in the fire. Others sit back, feet in the wire. Brave and bolder, one hand in the stream, the other in the fight, chasing the dream.
You guys like that song? Pretty cool song. What was the point of that song there? There's another version of it here. Let me know which version you guys like better here, okay? The first one or the second one here. We'll play the second version. Probably a lot of the same words, but we'll see if it does any different, if it's any harder here. Let me see if I can find another video. Nothing wrong with Haley's video there, but just to give you something else to look at while we're doing this. No. Let's do Pam Tifa 2-minute video here. Pam Tifa, that's probably a good one here, just to give you something else to watch here while we're.
You don't want to boycott me.
Cam Higby doing this thing there. Okay, let's play this one here.
Shadows on the wall, voices crackle, truths rising and they fall. Rocks in the street, screams in the air. Safe behind the glass, does anyone care? Brave and bolder, some stand in the fire. Others sit back, feet in the wire. Brave and bolder, one hand in the stream, the other in the fight, chasing the dream. Trolls toss their stones, faceless and sly, while the boots on the ground taste smoke in the sky. walks the line, straddles the edge, stream in the chaos, making his pledge. One step forward, no retreat. Brave and bolder, some stand in the fire, others sit back, feet in the wire. Brave and bolder, one hand in the stream, the other in the fight, chasing the dream. Flames lick the night, marching boots pound. Who speaks the truth when the lies surround? They'll throw their rocks, you'll take the heat, but justice never comes from a safe seat.
All right. Oops. No, that's a different song. Hopefully you guys like those songs. Thank you for the donations to help those songs be possible, to stretch my memory, make them sound good, and all that stuff there. I'll try to come on later tonight, maybe do some restreaming things there. You know, I do some live streaming. Life's Lore, make sure you follow his channel. Put it in the chat. Life's Lore again, please. He does the restreaming there. I wasn't making fun of him or anything like that, and I don't do a whole lot of restreaming myself, but I did sort of set up my OBS to make it work a little bit better so I can restream better. But as you know, and I don't like to get too much involved in the craziness or whatever, but it was still a cool song just to show the difference between restreamers and live streamers, you know. But what's going on? You like the second one better on that one, Jeffy? Number 2 is better than number 1. Which one did you like better? Life's Lore. Make sure Life's Lore puts his thing in the chat. There it is. Quit doing that. That one there. Go follow Life's Lore. If he was restreaming right now, even though he's a restreamer, you know, you got to feel sorry for those guys. Yeah, I would raid him, but instead I'm going to raid a live streamer. Us restreamers are restreamers. Live streamers are IRL people out there in the field. Right now, the only one I see out there is Pretend Media. He just basically shows what's in front of the camera. I think he's out there at the Portland Ice facility right now, showing what's going on. Probably not a whole lot of stuff there. In fact, let's pop in on him real quick here just to see what he's seeing out there. Pretend Media. Looks like he's actually walking around Portland right now here. Let's see what's... You can feel free, when you go there, feel free to subscribe to him. I'll even give him a like right there. But okay, he's driving his car around or something like that right now. Yeah, okay. It's still a live stream, even if you're driving your car around. Kind of a glitchy signal right now for some reason. But anyway, we'll raid you over to that channel. Thank you guys for the donations and all the other fun stuff out there. I appreciate it. Oh, getting caught up on Oregon history. Cool. I took a class on Oregon history back in the day too. Very cool. Oh, Edmund is okay too. Making me remember things here. Okay, I get that boomer memory once in a while here. Edmund Fitzgerald here. Can we look it up on Twitter? Just make it happen that way. Okay, we're gonna look it up. Edmund Fitzgerald. I'm only doing this because you donated once or twice. I don't know. Not that I'm grifting. Now that I'm grifting. Anniversary. Let's see what we got here. It tells you about a Mike DeWine like that. Is there a media related to this? Music. Is there a video that I should do about somebody's flipping off something like that? I don't know if they're flipping off the thing there. So video, that's just a picture. A video history or something like that about Edmund Fitzgerald here. I don't want to read something about it. Presidential pardon. We have video here. Here's something here, maybe.
We knew that you couldn't get a submarine into the belt. There were too many obstructions in the way. And we became aware of a piece of equipment called the Newt suit. It's essentially a one-man submarine that looks like a spacesuit.
Elliott and Gene Kieran recorded this footage of a diver cutting the bell loose before bringing it to the surface.
And as the bell came out of the water, it rang once.
With the family's approval, they rang the bell again as they headed into shore. The shipwreck is now considered a grave site.
I'd say the number of people who've actually seen the Fitzgerald with their own eyes since it went down in the last 50 years is probably fewer than 20.
Do you have a link of a live video that's going on K2 related to the anniversary or something?
And it's likely that that number will not change.
The Edmund Fitzgerald, its crew, and its secrets will remain 535 feet below the surface.
Hold on, let's see if there's a celebration or anniversary thing here. Filter live anniversary. I'm finding something here for you here. Hold on. You're probably watching this on your own too. Fox 9 or whatever has got a happening today. It's not a live video. It's a newsreel or something like that. So anyway, we'll give you this one here.
Drumline. I always get them,
They came out around the same time. You're a Christmas music guy.
Yeah.
Like in science labs, if scientists weren't able to be there, they're going to have to see like our government-funded lab
and sung during services on ocean crossings.
Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm has found the restless wave, who bids the mighty
Hold your horses.
oceans deep its own appointed limits keep. Oh, hear us when we cry to thee for the.
Hold your horses here. K2's got a.
I'm going to introduce tonight has probably done more research on this subject in recent 3 years to tell us all about this story. And his name is John U. Bacon. I got to meet John about 3 years ago when he started this process of researching and ultimately writing a book about the Fitzgerald. And I have to admit, I had known of John before because I used to listen to Michigan radio. I would hear a lot about Michigan football. That made me wonder about him a little bit, but I'm a Buckeye, so that explained that. But the more I listened to him, the more interested I became in those stories he would share about the team. But I became even more interesting yet when I read his book about the Halifax explosion. An excellent book. Most Americans don't know this story, but it is a story of Canada and the U.S. coming together at the same time through a very tragic event. What he did in that book is he brought the human stories out. And I knew when he started talking about a Fitzgerald book, we were going to see some stories that we had never seen before.
Is there an entire museum dedicated to this?
So with that, I will introduce author, historian, and Michigan football expert, John U. Bacon.
Oh, Shipwreck Museum, okay.
As always happens when I follow Bruce, I have to bring the microphone down. I am 5'8". Great, thanks, Bruce, for that, of course. Thanks to all of you. There are two basic centers that I used to research this book over the last 3.5 years or so. One was the Great Lakes Maritime Academy in Traverse City. That's where 4 of my best sources came from who explained to me how all this works. They knew the crew and the captain of the Emma Fitzgerald.
Anyway, if you guys want to keep watching this, the link is in the chat. Me and K2 both put it in there, but I'm assuming you guys would rather watch drama stuff or something like that. And Pretend Media, I believe, is still there, and it should raid you to him. Double checking here. There's other things you can watch, or you can make your dinner with your chicken nuggets and things like that too, if you want to. Yeah, Pretend Media is still live. Okay. Check him out. I'll try to come on later and we'll do some other fun stuff. Okay. But for now, I got to go get my dinner and things like that too. So people got to eat. All right. Oh, wait. That's what's going on. Okay. That's cool. Okay. If you want to check this thing out here, follow K2 probably over to that feed or whatever. Is there a chat in that feed there, you think, or not? Yeah, they got a chat. How many people they have watching that one? Ooh. 6,000 people watching that situation. Wow, that's a pretty big event there. Even K2's in the chat there. Is Daryl Walton there? You're multitasking, K2. I see you're multitasking. he's a busy typer. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys are doing good. We'll send you out there. Hopefully you guys like the stream and like the song. Thank you for the donations. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. I see a lot of people are unsubscribing whenever I do these home stream. So make sure you hit the subscribe button before you leave, okay? Notification bells and all that other fun stuff. Okay. Hit the like button 3 times too. Not twice like K2. He hits this subscribe button twice. He's supposed to hit it 3 times, not twice. Okay. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys a little later. We'll give you a countdown thing here. 30-second countdown. Yeah, why not? See what Pretend Media is up to in Portland. Guys, God bless. Have a good night. Or good afternoon, I should say.